Hello and welcome back to Big Jules Tech, your place for everything gadgety and making life that little bit easier. Today I just want to touch on quickly, I've found a new app in the App Store. Casting your mind back to September 2019 when the keynote speech came out for the Apple, for the FiLMiC Pro and also for the new iPhone 11s. I've got the 11 Pro Max here, but there was discussions about using the front-facing, rear-facing cameras and all the lenses that are on the back of the camera. Well, today I've just noticed that FiLMiC from the FiLMiC Pro application on the App Store have introduced what's called a double take. So the app is now available in the App Store. It's the double take app, and it is basically exactly what they said it would be, giving access to all the different bits and pieces, front facing, rear facing, so you can use two lenses at the same time. Yes, you can record on two separate devices at the same time. So just a quick overview of that. Basically, you can do it as three different modes. You can do it picture in picture, you can do it as split screen, and you can do it as discrete mode that they call it. The discrete mode is basically that it'll film your chosen cameras, your A camera and your B camera, and it'll separate them into two separate files in the application so that you can download them to your camera roll or upload them or send them on AirDrop or to friends or however you're going to use the media that you're creating. So I just wanted to have a quick look and have a look at how it actually works and how good it is on iPhone 11 Max that I have here with the fantastic cameras. So let's have a look. So just showing you there, that's the app in the corner. So basically all you do is you go into it, and it is really simple to use. It basically, as soon as you go in for the first time, it'll ask for permissions to your camera and your microphone, and then quite simply how it works is it brings up the screen, which I'll show you over here as I'm doing it, so you've got it live. It'll bring up the screens that you've got to be able to change it into the different types. So if you click on the bottom left corner, it will bring up the 4 different screens, so you can set your A camera and your B camera from either your telly, your wide, your selfie or your ultra wide. So it gives you those 4 different cameras, and you can only shoot 2 of those, so an A and a B. So if you're doing that interview style where you want to have something in your face and also shooting behind, then you can do that now. There are some downsides that I've found so far. Just quickly, I've only been using it for the last couple of hours. It is quite hard when you are talking to somebody face to face. You almost have to have it so that the lenses, obviously the front facing camera and the rear facing camera, are at your eye, so you've almost got to have it in between you and the subject that you're actually filming to be able to get them. Otherwise you have to look off screen to be able to simulate it post-production that you're actually talking to each other interview style to get it so it marries up. Otherwise you're both looking in the opposite direction, which it's doable, but it doesn't look fantastic. So really simple to use. It will download your footage into the files of which you can pick, and then you can upload. Another limitation I would say is I can't get it to change from 1080. I can't get it to go to 4K 60. You can change the frames per second, so you can change it from, at the bottom corner, 24, 25, 30, back to 24, and it'll ask you to confirm at the bottom. So yeah, really handy little app. Gives you the ability to shoot off your front facing, your rear facing, or if you want 2 different aspect ratios from the lenses at the back, then you do need to frame them properly, otherwise that can be a little bit funny. What I mean by that is if you are going with 2, then you need to get it directly in the middle so that you can actually frame your shot right. So you can't really use the rule of thirds or anything like that to be able to frame your shot, and to have it zoomed in you have to have it right in the middle, because obviously the lenses work all as one. They're not independent, so you can't move them to have the 2 different camera angles to get it a nice tight picture on what it is you're shooting. So I'm going to take it outside, show you what I've been doing, show you what I've found. If you're interested in downloading it, it takes a little bit of finding. I'll leave a link in the description below, which will take you straight to the App Store so you can have a look at it. There aren't any reviews on it yet because it is that new, and if you search for it under FiLMiC, I struggle to find it, so I will leave that link so it's easier for you to have a look at for yourself. It is a free app, so that is another massive bonus. Even though it's from FiLMiC, it is a free one at this moment in time, so I strongly suggest or urge, have a look at it. If you don't like it, you can always get rid of it, but it's not going to cost you anything. So let's go outside and have a quick look exactly at what we found. So like I say, this is one of the first limitations, getting your subject to look at you whilst you're doing a one-on-one filming. So this is the split screen, and this is how it works. So this will always be the file size. It'll be a single file, but it'll be split screen as you put it on your timeline. Now this is the discrete mode, so I've had to perfectly line fudge up. Where is he? There he is, on the other side of the screen. But as you can see, if you have to move, then it's because it's so cropped in, then you get that you've got to sort it out and get it spot on in the centre. You can change the brightness and the contrast by pressing and holding on the screen. So that works quite well, and this little histogram at the bottom also is a really good thing as well. Gives you an idea of where the light is. And then here, as you can see, this one's the picture-in-picture. This will be the single file, and again, this will stay where it is, but it'll also give you the ability to be able to move, but also you will see the picture of you and your back lens both at the same side. So as I'm getting fudge to sit there so well, what I will do is I'll just show you the last, and that's having 2-on-1. And this is what I mean about having the 2-on-1. So again, I've still got it in the picture-in-picture, but you can't separate those screens off. So you can't have one from an angle at one side and then focusing in. You've got to have your subject in this as the A lens, with the subject bang in the middle. Otherwise, if you try and frame him to the side, then you've lost most of him out the cropping of that. However, if you're wanting him in the middle with that sad face, then it's perfect. So those are just some of the limitations and some of the things that I've found whilst using it. You can't change the mode whilst you're shooting, which was another limitation, so you can't actually flip the camera around to, whilst it's recording, to record you in a selfie mode. But what you can do is you can quickly stop the recording, quickly swap it around, because the app is so easy to use, and then shoot exactly the way that you want to. So that's what I found whilst I've been outside. The file sizes, obviously, if they're picture-in-picture or split screen, are just one, which uses less space. If they are the discrete mode, then you get one and the other to choose from which file type you want, or to use in post-production to mix them. So that's what I found. So let's go back inside for a quick summary and catch you back in there in the warm. So there we go. In summary, that's exactly what we found here today. It's only a quick video, folks. I just wanted to give you a quick update so that you could have a look at this, so that you could use, obviously, with that keynote speech back in September, I thought it was fantastic that it's now being used, and we can utilise the front-facing and rear-facing camera, or a combination of the rear-facing cameras, however you see fit to use them. So I just thought I'd bring you that as a little bit of an update. Something that I want to do more and more on Big Jules Tech is bring you apps. I am iPad only. At the moment, I'm trying to utilise that. I do have the MacBook Pro, however, I'm trying to workflow everything off my iPad. I've had a few little issues with that, but I want to bring the latest in apps, the latest in software, and the latest in hardware that we can use for making things a little bit easier for us. So if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with any friends that you think that this app might be worthwhile for them. So overall, I found it a really, really good app. something that I'll be using in future, hopefully, and we'll see how we get on with it from there. So thanks very much for watching, and hopefully catch you in the next one. See you later.